as you can tell, it's another great day in New England. We're getting a lot of rain today, about an inch of rain, I guess, on top of a huge snowstorm that we got this weekend. But being that I've almost always lived in Maine, except for 4 years when we lived in Canada, I guess that's what you've got to expect. But this year I am really itching to get my garden started. And of course, we have until about middle of May, before I think we can actually plant out. But anyhow, I was doing some Marie Kondo method in my basement. And if you haven't seen Marie Kondo, she's kind of all over YouTube, and she has a show on Netflix. And it's all about tidying up and keeping your home simple. So anyhow, I was doing some tidying up in my basement when I came across this bag of potatoes that apparently we had forgotten and didn't eat. So I think this is kind of fun. I was really excited to see them. And so what I'm going to do today is do a little bit of planting in the house. I've never grown potatoes in the house. I wouldn't probably recommend it, as they're big and they get a little messy. But I'm dying to plant something, so I'm going to give it a shot. So this potato was dug up in the early fall at our farm. All of the potatoes were. And this is a typical red potato. And these right here started as little eyes, kind of like these little guys here. And what you'll do is plant a potato. Now this one I'm going to plant whole. Usually if it has multiple eyes on it like this, I would cut it and then let the cut callus over. So leaving it for 3 to 4 days or so that the potato calluses over, and it's a healthier way to plant the potato. So not a lot of bad germs, bacteria get into it and ruin the plant. But this one, I'm just going to plant it just the way it is. And here's a purple potato that I don't think I'll cut up either. These were fairly small, so I think it's a good choice for trying to grow inside. I'm going to use something called a dirt pot that we just got at our local greenhouse. It's filled with soil, and potatoes really like compost, so I added a couple inches of compost. I didn't have much, but whatever I had, I added into the bag. Now, potatoes really kind of need a deep vessel to grow in. So this is a pretty good sized bag. I've already pre-moistened my soil, which I saw in a video this morning. It was a great recommendation. This looks like a pretty healthy red potato right here. So I'm going to go ahead and plant this one about 3 inches deep. And then I'm only going to plant 2 potatoes per bag. So I'm not going to be able to plant many, but you figure if we get up to 10 potatoes from each plant, then we're doing okay. So I'll plant these 2 together. And what you want to do is leave some of the stem out. Generally, as a potato grows, you would come along and mound up the sides and keep the plant covered, and that forces it to create more roots, which creates more potatoes. But because this is a bag, I'm not going to be able to top it off much more than 2 or 3 inches. So we'll see how it goes. In the spring, I usually start my seeds on this rolling rack that I can move around in my bedroom. As you can see, it's right next to my bed. But it's a pretty sunny window right here, so this is where I'm going to put the potatoes for now. Okay, so there they are. We'll see how this works. I put them on a plastic bag just because the pot that they're in will leak a little bit, and so I don't want, obviously, dirt on my carpet. But so there they are. I think they'll definitely grow. We'll see what they produce. Please don't mind the horrible mess of my sowing area, but I just wanted to show you briefly where I will be planting my seeds. in a little bit. I really want to get started now, but I realize it's too early here in zone 5. So what we do is I clear all my sewing stuff off this table, and then on the ceiling we have this little contraption that my husband put up there, and these grow lights, and the grow lights are on a insulated bubble wrap with silver for reflection. And we grew some amazing tomatoes last year, and we just hang the lights from this here, and then they're on a timer, and we'll have the seedlings on the table. So that is pretty much it for today. I just wanted to show you my little find in the basement. I was kind of excited to see them down there, having completely forgotten that they were there. I'm not sure how that happened, or I'm happy to have some seed potatoes. I think what I might do is get a unused garbage can and try and fill them up with some soil, and yeah, we'll see what happens when I put the potatoes in there. They do need a large area to root and set potatoes. So I don't know if my bags will work or not, but maybe a garbage can or something a little deeper might work better. Anyhow, I appreciate all your comments. I love reading them, and I like to get back to you. So keep that up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And I will hopefully see you at the end of this week. Take care and have a good one. Bye.